People always get mad that I'm better at ending shit than they are at starting it. Good example is recently I woke up at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. as usual. Sometimes 1 a.m. Start getting ready. Someone was complaining I'm making noise because I'm packing my bag, getting ready to get out to get the day started. And so they was getting hostile with me over it. So I escalated the situation. And then, so after I left, spent the whole day walking around from like 3 a.m. till, I don't know, 11 a.m. Came back. Maybe it was like 2 p.m. when I came back. I wasn't too happy with going back. And then people are asking me where the butcher knife is and stuff. Like other people in the house are asking me where the butcher knife is. Apparently, people had a discussion when I had left the building about me. And I'm trying to explain to him, like, dude, I don't need your butcher knife. I got a Rambo knife. I got a survival knife. Like, your butcher knife ain't gonna do jack squat. A slice blade does nothing compared to the tear end of a Rambo blade. So it comes with a slice blade on the Rambo blade, but it doesn't come with the tear end on a butcher knife. And the Rambo knife is like way stronger, anyways. So why would I want to use? Why would I want to steal someone's butcher knife if I have a Rambo knife on me, right? I just like one of a million things I've had to forget over my time. And then that obviously led to some problems because the people in charge of stuff there tried to contact me. They wanted to know what was going on, I'm pretty sure, but I was getting moved around, so at that point I had to find a new place to stay. And I'm pretty sure I can guess what that was over. And so yeah, that happens all the time in my life. People start shit with me, and then I let them know that like I'm not the person to start shit with. That we should like calm the fuck down before things get way out of hand. Because you know, in my situation, in the world I come from, it's savages, and you got to show them that you're a better savage generally to be able to survive them. I mean, they'll just destroy you if you show weakness to them. And so that's happened like throughout my whole life since I was like 2 years old or something. I don't even know how that happens when I'm 2 years old that I'm already like up in the ante versus people 3 times my size, but it did. I know it did. And I know it happened way more times than I could ever remember. Way more times than I can probably ever imagine. It's like a daily thing sometimes. You deal with problems. Not so much recently, but in the past, I'm sure it's happened a few times. And no one understands that. No one understands how one person can act like a savage, and then you can show them that you're the better at that game, and they shouldn't want to play that game with you. They shouldn't want to play that game at all. That's what I like to show people. I like to show people they shouldn't want to play that game at all. That's my memories of. And that's what I learned when I was young. Is I shouldn't want to play that savage game because the savage game leaves everyone messed up. It leaves people dead. Leaves people with their heads busted open. Leaves an eye for an eye and all that stuff. There is no eye for an eye. The savage game is played. Someone takes out your eye, and then if you don't take off their head, then you've lost the game because they can still see with one eye, and they think they're on an equal level, and they can continue to fight the battle. It's like a boxing match. You hit someone hard, and then they shake it off after a little stumble, and then they know they can hit you hard, and you can shake it off. You might be able to shake it off, or might not. If you shake it off after the boxer hits you back, then it's an even game, and you have encouraged the other boxer. You have strengthened their morale that you're on an even ground. Whereas if you would just after they hit you and you shake it off and do a little drunk stumble and shake it off, if you come back with that uppercut that just lifts them off the ground and tosses them onto the ground after that, and they take about 7 seconds to get up, when that person's morale is defeated and they know they've lost that game already. But once someone starts a savage game with you, then the game has already begun. And there had I'm not sure how often you can diffuse a savage situation. I've sat around and let people assault me and stuff, and they don't know they've lost the game already, even though they've hit you several times, and you just kind of like moving your head slowly back to look at them after they hit you, and then they hit you again, and they're like, their thought should be something like, hey, this person doesn't really look like I've affected them. This person has given me a chance here to back off of the savage game, and I should do this. It doesn't end that way once a person is reached a state of aggression where they feel the need to get aggressive. But you get in trouble if you're the better person, and you got a whole system against you or something. You got a whole bunch of rules around and regulations you're supposed to follow. Like these people who start the situations, they can go cry for help and stuff. And if they're dead and they can't cry for help, there's a system around them that starts to cry for help once they see the dead person. Even if you didn't touch them, even if you escalate the savage game by showing them that they can punch you all day and it does nothing to you. I have faced repercussions for allowing someone to hit me until they die from hitting me, and to die from chasing me and following me, thinking that they're going to keep hitting me over and over and over. And man, it's crazy. The savage game isn't fun. It's not really fun at all. I don't like playing it. I learned as a child, if I'm playing if I'm starting the savage game, if I'm escalating the savage game, it's not good. It's me doing the escalation. It's me starting it. And, man, it somehow always so many times it ended up bad for me. Maybe not always. But someone else comes up and starts stuff with you, and you show them, like, you put your foot down and you say, this is no more, this is not going to happen, dude. Like, even if you try to convince them, like, hey, dude, it doesn't happen this way, even if I don't do anything, something that, the world around us, whatever it is, God, you call it what you want, they're going to step in and they're going to deal with you properly, because that's the way it works. There's definitely something else going on in this world, at least for me. And that's even a bigger threat to people, to let them know that if they keep up their savagery, that something else besides you is going to step in and deal with them. I'm not sure how many people understand that. It took me a long time to look back and review things, that the times I've stepped outside of the savage game, that things happen to people who kept being that way. But it is what it is. I guess it's part of the world, right? You gotta. I don't like this stuff, man. I don't like having to live with this stuff and deal with it. I don't want it to be part of this world. I don't want to have to live with it all the time. If I'm the problem, just give me a cyanide pill, whatever. I'll take myself off. I'll race the savage for you. But it's not always me. When I wake up at 3 a.m., get ready to go get some work done, then someone starts, playing games with me. It's not me starting games.